Good morning. Happy Black Friday. As you know, I'm your host, Sean Ferguson. Welcome to Disability, Relationship, and Encouragement. All right, for today's message, um, it's really about Nick Vujicic, but it's also mainly about the testimonies. So, I'll give you my testimonies, but first, before I could do all of that, please uh, like, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification. Also, you guys can leave me a comment of what you think about this video. So for today's message, I'll do my testimony, but also, this is the Nick Vujicic's testimony. And he's been my inspiration. Uh, he's been he's the main person that got me to do this podcast. Um, and of course, not giving up on myself. So, Nick Vujicic, if you are listening to my podcast, please email me at uh, one at disability128 at gmail.com. I like to interview your story. As you know, I have autism, ADHD, and Tourette's. I like to hear your story. And of course, make an interview with you. So if you can, just please reach out to me. It'd be great, and we'll get things rolling. And I'll be excited to hear from you. So in the meantime, um, so um, I will put up this video of Nick Vujicic's testimonies, and of course the impact that he's giving to other people. I mean, as you can tell, he has no arms and no legs. And I like to introduce you guys to his story. So just sit back, relax. The video is just a short little video clips, but he says things that are very important. So, as again, um, here's the video and tell me what you guys think.
Did pray for arms and legs, but arms and legs did not come. Because of fear, I concluded God's not real. There is no hope. I'm alone. I'll always be alone. I'll never get married. Even if I got married, I can't even hold my wife's hand. Even if I had kids, I can't even hold my children when they're crying. I am sorry if you've been abused. I'm sorry if someone has mistreated you. I'm sorry if you're struggling with something that I don't know about. But I want you to know something, that you don't know what miracles can come from your broken pieces until you give your broken pieces a chance.
Love it. I just love his message. So for today, Nick, or for his testimony, Nick Vujicic is actually, he's from Australia. That's where he's from. Um, God, it's a great thing that, you know, I hear a lot of things about him, and I hear a lot of great story, and it just inspired me to do what I love to do. So, um, but yes, Nick Vujicic, he was born with no arms and no legs. He was not in a war or anything like that that caused him to amputate his arm and leg. He was born without it. So that's one thing. Um, when he grew up, and I think he was in high school or whatnot, people used to make fun of him. People used to, bully him because he didn't have any arms and legs. And like it got to a point where like he was ready to commit suicide. He was from the story that I heard, he was ready to drown himself. And but he didn't do it because he realized his parents cared about him. He didn't want his parents to worry, and that God cared about him. And then you know I'm pretty sure his friends and part of his family cared about him. And so I'm glad he didn't do that, and I'm grateful for him. And he's doing his motivational speaking. And here's the great thing, through all the things that he was saying, he does have wife, he does have a wife, and he also has kids, and they are a beautiful family. So that's what got me inspired to keep on going and doing what I love to do. Um, so in the meantime, I'll tell you a little bit of my testimony, and then you know, and I guess we could in the video. But see, I was going through like what he kind of went through, and basically, when I was young and I didn't know any better, you know, I was born with ADHD, and I wasn't born with Tourette's. What brought out the Tourette syndrome was the doctor gave me the Ritalin, and that's not good for you. Actually, I kind of wish that the doctor would not give uh, give me medicine at all. Actually, I wish like I could have like what they call like behavior therapy and things like that. Um, and also, I don't like how the public school are treating the kids that has ADHD and autism like real bad, to the point where like they telling their parents to give them medicine for them to behave. No, that does not work like that. You're kind of destroying their children's brain um, by putting them the medication to help them to calm down and behave. No, in order for them to behave and calm down and things, you got to put them in sports. That's the best way to do it. And then parents, they have to train them and drill them, and keep drilling them, like how my dad did with me when I was younger. He used to drill me with a lot of stuff, you know, every day, drill me with a lot of stuff. And because he kept doing that, that actually what makes me the way I am. The medicine doesn't help. It does not help at all. I don't know why people want to put uh, kids, with ADHD or whatever disability that they have. I don't know why they want to put them in medicine. It doesn't work. It does not work. It's just temporarily. But for temporarily, it really can mess up the kids, brain and everything else. So it doesn't work. You really got to train them on their own. So, but anyways, you know, testimony was, I was born with ADHD. And then, of course, I was diagnosed with Tourette's after the doctor gave me the medication, which is they shouldn't have done. I'm actually getting better with handling my Tourette's and the muscle, and people have been telling me they rarely see it, so that's good. Um, and then after high school, I was later diagnosed with autism, and I don't know what type of like autism I have. I know the school and the family doctor was telling me that I have pervasive disorder, which is I can't comprehend very well, and I can't, go more than 3 sentences. Now I can get to 5 to 7 sentences in a paragraph pretty well. Um, and I'm doing a pretty good job of this because, as you can see, I'm, doing a YouTube video here right now. So I'm getting a little bit better on my communication skills. So, so I mean, I guess this helps. This YouTube video and the podcast that I'm doing right now actually really, really helps. And so, you know, through all of this, I used to think like no one would not love me. And like the traumatizing part about me is that, I used to be jump and used to be like bullied by not just men, but mostly women. And so I used to think that no women would ever like me at all, and that I'm a failure, and that I'll always be alone, and that I used to think that no one doesn't care about me except for my parents. My parents, I thank my parents every day, for encouraging me, building me up, loving me, um, you know, and yes, I'll be honest with you. I used to cut, and I used to think suicidal thoughts, and yes, I used to cut myself. Um, I mean, no, I'm not ashamed of telling you this. I mean, I can even like show you a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you know, I mean, I have scars, but you know, I realized something. I realized that you know that God loves me, and that um, and that my parents love me, and most importantly, it's always important to join a community because when you join a community, it will really help you in the long run. You know, I'll tell you this, you know, because I was going through a lot. I was going through the hard time. But I'll give shout out to the men's small group. And um, and I'll give out a big shout out to my good friend Jordan. Um, he's a great leader in men's small group, and I give him, I thank God that he brought him into my life because I mean, without him, I mean, I don't know like what I would do, you know, and he helped me to become a good leader. I mean, really, he really helped me to become a good leader. So, I thank Jordan for that. And I also thank the whole men's small group. Um, they've been there for me. They've been there through the baptism. They've been there, when I going through some tough times. And they also been there when I go through a great time. And I just thank them all. And community, joining a small community, even though, let's say you do have special needs and things like that, actually joining a community, even men's small group, let's say like you don't have special needs community, you still can join a community. You can join a men's small group. You can join, um, I would say, I don't know if it's couples group, or you can join like different small group that can, really help. You just have to find one that you know that people will always love you, and people will give you some good advice. And I think the men's small group on that, they are a huge benefit in my life. So I just want to thank them for that. Um, but in the meantime, I've been through all those situations, and I used to think like I would never get married, I would never have kids, I would always be alone because like I have these disability, I have autism, I have you know I can't communicate very well. No one doesn't understand me. Things like that. You know, and and what happened was, God came to my life, and God told me, he told me this. This is what God told me. He said, "Sean, I want you to lead the special needs group. You know, because they are all going through what you're going through. And I don't want to leave anyone, I don't want to leave anybody who has special needs to be left out. It doesn't matter if they have autism, it doesn't matter if they have no arms, no legs, it doesn't matter if they have cerebral palsy. People with all these different disability, I want I want you to gather all of them up as much as you can, you know, either through the YouTube that I'm doing here, um, um, or the one in church. But you know, he's giving me these miracles, whatever miracles it is, to make an impact to other people who has special needs. And people who does have special needs, you guys, yes, I'm talking to you. Um, you have a great gift. You can be a leader too. You know, you can find other people who have special needs. And come together. Come together, have fun. Learn more about God. Um, Things like that. Do great things together. And like the best part, here's the best part, you know, because this is good. People in my special needs group, the greatest part that I see in my group is seeing people who have special needs having relationship with one another. That's the greatest part I love to see, you know. I mean, I love that. I love seeing people, that have special needs and things like that, having relationship with each other. And also, I love to see when I love seeing not only they have relationship with each other, but also having relationship with other people who doesn't have a disability like me and you. You know, I love seeing that. So again, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Um, Please leave me a comment. Leave me a comment of what you guys been through. I know I've been through a lot. Just tell me what you guys been through, and yeah, we'll go from there, and I'll do the much I can to message you guys back. So just please leave me a comment what you guys been through. I like to hear your story, and I like to be your inspiration. So once again, thank you for watching this video. And until next time, take care. Bye.